So it'll look like this. We'll also want to add it to our mission categories. So we'll do that. "10 seconds left. Can I do it?" 5, 4. Shit. The answer is no, I cannot. Oh. I mean, I have dealt with predatory people with game industry at times. Like when we were... Follow the shadow. Like when at EA we bought out Click Nation and brought them in. Their guys were just totally scumbags. Like their financial officer had been on the run from the FBI for 5 years because of forgeries on eBay. And you're just like, I mean, you gotta be like, who did the due diligence on this fucking company? You're like, all right, well, who's the guy in charge of the money? Oh, you know, a guy who just got indicted by the FBI for fraud. Oh, what game are we making? It's a Facebook game. Okay. My only question is, where's the cocaine? Because obviously there's some of it somewhere around here. So we have the missions, we have our category object. We're going to want to make a new mission line. So we need a new... So we're going to need our mission data, we're going to want our category, and we're going to want our screen. So we'll get our category, we'll get our screen, we'll create our element, which is going to be our mission line clone. We're going to then need to fetch a few things. I'll have to think about what I want with this difficulty. I think I want the difficulty to actually be a little bit different here. So we do like difficulty and then like 1 or something. So we need our... And we need to add ourselves. So we need to call this.m category.attach, and we need to pass in this.mlm.mroot node, I believe. So it'll attach ourselves to the mission container. And what we want to do here is also this.mlm.mrootnode.show, so we can show it. Alright, so we need to make a new mission line. And we're going to pass in mission, category, and this. So that'll just fix itself there, I believe. So let's see what's busted. Category is not defined. 154. Yeah, it's category object. So nothing has showed up. Mission container, we've got the clone, display none. Alright, we'll have to walk through the code then. Okay, so missions.length is 50. So we've got our mission here, which is category is undefined. It's probably fine. Lost conditions, mission 0, time, mission whatever. So category map.has category is false, so we make a new category object and we push it on here, and then we add this guy. So we're going to call attach, and everything's looking good. So the issue is we didn't actually attach our category to our mission container. So let's go ahead and make that. So all we have to do is inside of this dude do our, let's see, this.m screen dot mission category container dot append this.mlm dot invert node. And we now have an incredible amount of mission stuff. And it is looking pretty awful, to be honest. So we need to have everything start with so I'll hide that mission container. So, whoops. No, it's the this.m mission container, not screen mission container. So these are all categories, and we click one of them, it'll open up, and there's a mission inside. Okay, so the problem is all the styling stuff is off. And this is what I don't like about, let's see, so mission category container, width is 100%. Okay, so we have the header, which is width is 100%, height is 5 vmin. So these header items, I don't even know what the fuck these are called anymore. Like, what the hell is this header item complete? Okay, so that's the completion percent. So we don't know, like, none of these are set up in terms of what the actual width is, because the width is 100% of 46.25. So the issue is yeah, so we need to, for the header, Well, it's going to be overflow X hidden and overflow Y hidden. So now it looks like this. See, the problem is it's not in terms of the right width, so as this thing gets smaller, those numbers get fucked up. Especially if we're scrolling. So the issue is going to be the completion needs to be like a lot smaller. So let's try making this smaller, and let's drop the width down. So now it looks like this. So we can open up these guys. Mission X. That looks wrong. Well, we never set the mission name, so that is actually correct. The problem that we've got is going to be that let's see, why aren't we attaching we basically just have 50 categories, don't we? The reason we don't have 50 categories is because we're not actually inserting it into our map. And it's the set. So we've got our categories with all of our missions. So let's see, what are we clicking on here for the expand? So the toggle is on the root node. We want it to be on the header. So we're going to need to snag the header. I like it. It's looking like what we want. All right. So I think for our mission selection, the difficulty. So we don't want this cover auto. Let's see. Background size CSS. What's going to allow us to wrap? Like I think just contain might be what we want. Maybe it just needs to be auto. We'll just take a look at it. So we have our mission, we have our difficulty. So auto doesn't do anything. Cover, inherit, initial, unset. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted to wrap a certain number of times. I mean, we can have different images for the difficulty, or I could slap on different, numbers of these things. Because if we had different numbers of them, it looks like that. But I'd kind of like to just change the width of the elements. Okay, so if I do contain like that, and if I change the width, basically I can do it like that. Okay, this is starting to make sense. So what I do here is I do a 2 for the width here, and then we do difficulty dot 1, and then through 5. Can I type? Obviously not. So a 1 is going to be just a 2. And the rest of them, so it's like 4, 6, 8, and 10. We just do it like that, then all we have to do in our mission screen is so where's the difficulty on the mission? We got our F mission, so it's going to be skill rating. So let's just do it that way. It depends on the situation. Poor Japan is cool, poor America is hell. Poor America, you'll probably be killed being poor. I don't know. It's not what I see. The only place I saw people really having problems is like over in Seattle when they're poor, doing a bunch of hard drugs. And you could tell exactly where all the homeless people be because they'd all be in the area where they wouldn't be picked up for being drunk. In the words of Ike, you'll get no sympathy from me. I've seen way too much of the mental health side of all that to be like, there's a lot of people who just... You can't help them. Self-destruction is something that... Like, you can help somebody and help somebody and help somebody and help somebody, and at the end of the day, if they don't choose health, you can't make the choice for them. There's nothing you can do about it. Alright, so we've got the difficulty, and we have this class Let's see. Am I getting that in the sources? In the screens? Mission selection screen. Let's just see if I get anything here. Difficulty's there, and we're going to add the skill rating. So theoretically, we added it. So why isn't it showing up? Maybe it's because it's a number instead of a string or something? And it's just like, nope, you can't do that. Difficulty 4. Okay. So that did do that. So how come it didn't pick up 4? So let me see. Why aren't we picking up difficulty.4? So it's .difficulty.4 exists. Mission selection, cat, mission item, difficulty 4. Maybe it's because there's something else going on, so let's just make it strings, because I think that might be what's going on, is that we're not... Yeah, it's because it has to be a string. Oh, that's so stupid. So what's breaking here? What's breaking is those things are just too wide. Look at all that. It's just so messed up. I'm not happy with this. Well, Seattle's all heroin as far as I saw. Alright, I'm not happy with the difficulty stuff here. I think what I might want to do is actually just change this to a different image, to be honest. So keep it at the size that we've got here, or something like that, but actually have like a you can tell I'm an American. I say like all the time. We'll just have different stars for everything. So we'll have different colors for it, because I'm running out of space otherwise. It looks kind of stupid, so deal with it. Their mind is shut out to ever function again. Oh man, Chris Goku too, dropping the they're a waste of society and you'll never get better bombs. It's like I saw one of those old police videos from the 60s or something, and they're like, this is a heroin den, and it was just like, none of these people will ever get any better, and this is their life now. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, man, the 60s 60s is not like drug addicts. Like they called and they said, "Yeah, what about them?" Let's see. So this is in static, screen assets, missions. And we have our difficulty star. So let's open this guy up. I mean, but the brain is a wonderful thing. It can rebound from the most awful of everything. So you never know. So we'll do different difficulty stars for all these. So what should I change? Well, we'll save them all first, and then we'll open them, and then I'll get them. Okay, so if we open all these guys, this guy needs to go away, so let's just delete him. So open all these guys. So we got 1 through 5. What are we going to do? So let's just change this guy. So we should start off on like blue and then go like bluer each step, maybe. And then we'll just save it. Save all. There's no save all because it's paint.net. This ain't paint.easy. Alright, so we have all these, and are they all using difficulty 5s? Difficulty 4. Ah, it saved them all as... I saved them all as the wrong thing. Because I'm the smartest person alive. Alright, let's see. Did that actually save them? No. What the fuck? Alright, paint.net. You're doing a great job of making my life difficult. Just trying to recolor something, and that's just real tough. I know it's hard. I know it's a tough thing to do. Yeah, I was just doing something odd. So, alright, we got all these difficulty things, so let's do it all. What? You're storing crack and battery acid. Your battery, your brain's gone. You can't be putting dangerous chemical in your bodies. You never did any drugs besides weed. You've seen people try drugs besides weed in school. Like, they turn to a whole other person. Their brain's gone. Yeah, basically that's the whole like addiction thinking is when people are on mind altering substances, they are a different person. So let's see. We probably want the difficulty to kind of hover over to the right or something like that. We want difficulty, and we also want something that's going to show that we've actually finished this mission. So we want the mission item and then mission item completed. No, it's not mission item, it's mission cat mission and then a completed on it. And we got this background color. And let's make it darker. So like 50, 150. And let's have, I guess our missions also need, we'll need like a status, like a mission completion sort of thing. Okay, so I'm just going to do a random roll here. So let's see. Mission cat mission completed, background color. So they should all have it, but I don't see it. I think we need like an actual completed checkbox, like a status. So we'll need a completed and a not completed. So let's make a new, how big is this? 64 by 64. Let's make a new 64 by 64 icon. Let's have just a simple thing here for a checkbox. So this is completed. And then we'll have a not completed. So we've got a little thing there. Let's do a margin left of 2 vmin on that guy. So we'll have these missions, and we'll have if it's completed or not completed. And we need like a mission status. So for F missions, I guess we should just go ahead and add that to our objects. So we have a mission, and we want a mission completion structure. And this will be a complex object So we need another thing here for this. So let's have a boolean for completed. Type boolean default to false. And then we want a tier. So best tier, which is going to be an enum. Let's see, where's our enums? Bronze. Wait, we don't have our enums. What? Alright, so we need a completion tier. We want none, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. Alright, so this is going to be a completion tier, enum true, and a default of none. Alright, well, let's go ahead and generate that code. And I'm going to grab some more energy drink. Yeah, it was always something fun over in Seattle where we would be walking around. Yeah, because I'd work at Amazon in downtown, and we'd go walk down to like Pike Place Market, get some food, and then go to like some of the quote-unquote parks over there. Go off on like a kind of a thing by the shore. It's all concrete, and just eat food. And there'd just be people shooting up heroin right there, you know, broad daylight. You know, just over there, while you got other people that are just office workers eating lunch, you know? It's just like two different universes contained within a 30-foot radius of each other. So we got our mission completions, so I should go to my gameplay here, and we want to do our mission completion. So mission completion. So let's do if math.random is less than 0.5, then mission.mission completion dot completed is true. And if that's true, then we need to var rando equals math.random times 5. So if rando is less than 1, best tier equals bronze. Bum, 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 bum. 2, 3, 4 else. So bronze, silver, gold, diamond, platinum, diamond. So inside of our thing here, basically we want, if we've completed it, so if this.mmission.mission completion dot completed, then we want to add the completed thing to our class, lm root node add class completed, and we also need to grab the completion. So this will be this dot completion, add class, and we want to add the completed class to it. Keep it simple, right? Alright, so some of these we've completed, but I don't see any color difference, so we're still not getting the mission cat selection. Be on this guy. So completed and mission selection. This guy is not what we want. Mission line clone, mission container, mission selection cat mission. Aha, so we actually want the selection for this thing, not the root node. So we're gonna do ID equals, let's just do button. Actually, let's just call it background. Background it is. Background. Background. So these are all completed. So we have a darker color. It looks pretty stupid to me. Maybe it needs to be lighter. Yeah, individual images as quality indicators. I was having trouble with multiple lightning bolts taking up too much space, and was trying to get clever with it was just not working. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. There's no reason that we have to do this way. So other things that we need, our mission completion, we also need to have, if it's completed, we need to know if it's locked. So default is going to be true. Let's see, this will be mission completion. Locked is going to be false. If you completed it, of course, it's unlocked. So let's generate. Also, welcome Adam. I'm just farming up points and working on the UI. What's that slow ball? You always can tell immediately. You hit the ball and it's like, that's not right. Alright, so completed is there. So we're going to have this cat mission completed. We're also going to want locked, I believe. And the same thing for this completion. We probably want a locked icon on it. So let's make a locked icon. Just a fucking lock. Alright, so we need to set this thing as actually having locked. So if this mission completed, otherwise if this.m mission completion.locked, then we're going to need to add locked to both of these. Locked and locked. So, and then we'll probably want a color for locked as well as that. So why don't we make it darker? So maybe 80, 130, 80. So we've got locked missions, not completed missions, and completed missions. And that's what they look like. Works for me. You were going to suggest individual images. Good. Then we are thinking in similar fashions to each other. Alright, the item float left. I'm going to float right the difficulty. We'll see what that looks like. So difficulty's over there. Tiers float right. So we have to switch the order of these objects to get them to float the way we want. So yeah, float right on that guy, so that should not interfere with each other until it gets super way too small. Okay, the next thing is to actually get the mission name to show up. So we've got the name. So we're going to know if this is locked or not. We're going to do this dot name dot text, and it's either going to be locked text or the unlocked text. So this will be locked name, unlocked name. So this dot mission dot locked name, and this mission unlocked name. Locked name mission 2. Just need to switch this logic around. So now it looks like that. Let's go remove that exclamation mark. That's just silly. Well, that's cool. The other thing that we might want is our completion tier to be in here as well. So why don't we just go ahead and do that? Like, I can definitely see, like, we have 75% done, but I would definitely see like a little tiny I'm a badass icon right there would be pretty cool. Do we already have that? I mean, that's what this tier is when that's a none, so we've already got that. I just need to actually set up the style on it. Let me see. Where is the tier? We have none small, and then we have like all these platinum small, so we only have the none icon in there. The cross and check icons, they are completion. Yes, these are completed the mission at all, like you've actually played it and beaten it, and that would go to your percentage at the top there. So you'd see check boxes all the way down, and then, you know, something locked, you know, it would be something with an X, and then something locked after it would be what it'd look like. So let's hook up this tier right here to the correct style. So let's switch off of this.m mission completion. Best tier. So our enums are ABS completion tiers. Let's see, we've got bronze. Bam, 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 bam. Silver. Gold. Platinum. And diamond. And then we have default break of doing nothing. So it's going to be this.tier. Add class, and what is our class? Our classes are just the names, so like bronze, silver, gold, etc. So we can just slap these guys in here. Yeah, I'm adding things as I go along, so I wouldn't spend, like if you're doing the style stuff, I think kind of the level of completion you did for this screen is probably the right amount, because you never know when I'm going to add new buttons and move stuff around, so especially when it's not done yet. Anyway, well, you'll be streaming tomorrow, I'm guessing, starting doing fun things. Diamond, diamond, diamond. What is this? Did I just roll diamond tier on everything? Everything is diamonds. You're either diamond or none. But I'm guessing this weekend you'll be working on the caverns level, is that right? So let's see. If rando is less than 1, 2... Oh, these should be else ifs. Alright, so there we go with all of our tiers for completion. Planning to be caverns. Did we ever get anything back from Composer Man? I saw the Forest 2 music invoice stuff, but I didn't see any emails if you sent any stuff to him. But yeah, I figured you're probably talking to him, so I wasn't worried about it. Okay, so the next thing that we want is we want the category hooked up, so let's go start doing that. This is starting to look like just a gobbledygook of horrifying mess, but that's a good thing. It means progress. Okay, so we need the category name. So where is that? Oh yeah, Adam, and you also totally missed me like bashing poor people for being poor. That happened earlier. It was pretty funny, at least entertaining in my mind. Basically, there was a whole thing where I was basically ranting about how there's like articles about people being super salty about interviews for tech where they'll have to like do a phone call and do sample code and then do an on-site interview and then do more sample code and then they get rejected. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck you guys. Like, if you're going through all that stuff and you still, like, you know how much time the company wasted doing all that crap? Somebody had to pay for every interview you do where you do all that crap. They're paying 3 to 5 other people to interview and evaluate you. Like, trust me, they're not doing it because they all got the rulers out seeing whose pieces are bigger. They're doing it to hire somebody for a fucking position. Otherwise, they'd be out of business. So it's like, yeah, you had to do a bunch of work. Trust me, they had to do a bunch of work too. Anyway, is there any need for a cross or check icon as well? I think so, mainly because we have this. You can not rank. So I like the idea of having it kind of differentiated for like the locked and unlocked, and then like you haven't beaten this yet. I mean, this could, instead of being a checkbox, not checkbox, maybe it's just an image that says new, right? And then like the lock, and then there's nothing for other stuff. So don't think of it in terms of perhaps completed or not completed. It's like if you played it or not or something. It's kind of probably more what I'm going for. All right, so we need the category. So ID, this will be category. This will be completion. And this will be our tier. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. People are complaining about just, I don't know. It's real easy if it really just goes back to how people rationalize failure in their minds. Like some people, when they rationalize failure, internalize it and think that they're awful people. Like if you're there and, like if you shoot a basket in basketball and you miss, like, well, I missed because of what? Some people will be, I missed because I suck and I'm awful and I'm terrible at basketball. And that's a self-defense mechanism. They're like, I missed because I'm bad at this. Can be like, I'm a bad person. I suck at everything. I missed because God hates me and I should, go jump off a bridge. Or you can be like, I missed because I'm bad at basketball. Or, and it's just like, that's not what I do. Another one would be, I missed because, it's windy out. Or I missed because some asshole pushed me earlier. My wrist is screwed up. Or your brain will rationalize your failure however you want it to. It's very good at that. Category elem, and then completion elem, and then our tier elem, and then we basically need a mission select category. I think I'll call it finalize, because once all the missions are added, I need to go through all the categories and call this finalize method on them. Yeah, the messy clutter stuff, I think you'll be able to sort this out, no problem. I just want to give you all the little pieces and parts that we've got, real obviously, and it's easier to take it out once it's in there than it is to go put it in there and move all the shit around, as you probably well know by now. So category elements, text is going to be this category. Completion element is, I'm just going to start this off as